But before we get started today, this video is sponsored by me, your friendly Aussie Girl Scout. Eat the cookies and treat them right, don't throw them out. Alright, this one's going to be Exploration. This build will cost you around $11.2 million. The link for the build will be in the description. Here's what you're going to want to do. Follow the build from the outfitting video, but substitute the following. Sell all your weapons, you will not need them. Make sure you have an A-rated FSD. Exchange your planetary hangar for a 4G so you can have 2 moon buggies. And remember to fill that thing as well. You have to buy the buggies, otherwise it doesn't put them in there automatically. Take off the limpet and cargo rack. Exchange these for a 4A fuel scoop and a 1 surface scanner. Then grab the 2A auto-field maintenance unit. 1 heatsink if you want, just in case you drop out too close to the stars and they try to eat you. And I'd recommend throwing an extra fuel tank on for the fun of it, but you really don't need this if you don't want. You're also going to want to set up your full spectrum scanner in controls. This can be a bit odd to start with, but once you use it a few times you'll get the hang of it. I use the apostrophe button to activate mode switch, and then make sure to set the pitch and yaw to mouse, otherwise it won't move at all when you're in that screen. Also, to turn off my FSS, I use backspace. Open up your galaxy map and plot a course. We won't be covering neutron star boosting here just yet, as it's a little dangerous for new players. The types of scoopable stars are K, G, B, F, O, A, M. You can select these in your map filters and sort your route to travel only by those stars where it can. Also, make sure to set your route settings to fastest route and calculate and recalculate. It can take a fair bit of travel off your time in some circumstances. The computer will do its best to include a scoopable star before you run out of fuel along your route. Have a look at this on the map, you'll be able to see it. I suggest scooping to 100% off every star you can when you first start out, as this will lead to less mistakes. So scoop, but keep your heat under 100%, otherwise you'll take damage. Then honk, then check your system bodies. If a little voice doesn't say system scan complete, it means that you can FSS something. Then aim towards your next system. I use the backslash button to select the next destination. Move away from the star until your heat starts to dissipate, and then wake out star. If you find a body you want to FSS, head out from the star a bit so it doesn't obscure your targets. Then you go through tuning like a radio left and right along the bottom for different signals. You will see the body names highlighted on the bottom right and the percent of total bodies scanned on the bottom left. Focus target them for details such as who has discovered them first, if they've been mapped, and if there's any first footfalls. You'll also see other information here like gravity and atmosphere. And then if you do find one you want a detail scan for extra money, e.g. a high metal content world, a water world, or an Earth-like world, then head over to it and shoot some probes into the surface. We're going to use the first planet for the example here. It has already been mapped, but we'll do it again anyway. Fly close to the planet and throttle down to 0, or alternatively use your supercruise assist and it will put you in orbit close enough and slow enough to scan. Then start scanning. This little minigame just covers the planet in a blue circle. This is the perfect opportunity also to take a few screenshots, as the orbit will continually and safely circle the planet, allowing for some amazing eclipse and sunrise shots. Planets with tenuous atmospheres will show great edge halos in Odyssey. If there are any biological or geological signals, it will tell you what they are up the top, and you can scroll through these with Q and E to see their heat map and if any overlap, and where they can be found. If you wish to fly down and do a biological scan or a codex scan for geologicals, go ahead and make sure to scan for 3 different biologicals. They must be genetically diverse, and any geologicals you can scan with your SRV and receive codec vouchers for. In this footage, I've sped up the on-foot travel to 300% while searching for the plants. When you do a biological surface scan, you will need to hand that data in at Vista Genomics. You'll see a list of plants you've scanned while out and about, and the ones that you've hit all three will show up for sale. Each sale will go towards your xenobiological rank. For a list of what prices of biological signs are, you can check the wiki for the xenobiologist ranks and promotion costs. I'll cover some more on-foot items in another video. Next up, once your trip is over and you want to head back to a civilized area, you can sell your exploration data to the Cartographics contact. Anything you scan, discover, and sell first will get your commander's name slapped on it and a little bonus. This will increase your exploration rank and is probably the easiest rank to get to elite in my opinion. It's the one that I did first as well. A few notable places to visit would be any nebula that you can see on the galaxy map. They look like little clouds of colourful dust, and they usually have a name attached to them. Sagittarius A is the centre of the galaxy and is well worth a trip once you're set up and have the money to explore that. It's the supermassive black hole. Colonia is a long trip, but is worth the trip. It's the backup bubble of humanity. Beagle Point is almost as far as you can get from the original bubble and will require a little bit of dedication and a minimum jump range above 32 light years. Neutron stars are very cool looking and can help boost your jump range. I won't cover that here, as I said earlier. It can be dangerous for beginners. White dwarfs will also boost your jump range, but have a huge exclusion zone, so you'll usually end up overheating your ship. Always ask around for interesting things to see out there, such as new planets, stars, black holes, and phenomena, as more are being discovered all the time. Also, if you head straight down or up from your location around 400 light years, and then start heading to your destination, you are more likely to find undiscovered systems, as most players choose to beeline straight across and not deviate up or down from their position. That's about all there is for exploration really. Just choose a spot to head to, scoop your fuel, and scan everything. Make some money, and then don't crash, otherwise you will lose all your data. Remember, don't throw your cookies out, they don't deserve that kind of treatment. Make sure you eat them. Have fun, make money, and never fly without at least one rebuy.